moments our show will begin.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of Double KO Radio. This is David speaking. We're going to be talking about recent news that's being released this past week on several fighting games. Let's start off with the best-selling game of 2017, Injustice 2. I'm going to hand it off to Paul.
Best what?
Best-selling fighting game of 2017.
Well, that obviously must make it the best fighting game
Absolutely.
of 2017.
There's no doubt.
Right?
There's no
Just
doubt.
because it sold
I wanted to throw that
to
sprinkle in
a
there
whole bunch of DC casual fans decided, let's buy this game because there's 3 hours of story.
So that means, based on what you're saying, is that Marvel Infinite is gonna be the best-selling fighting game, right?
It's gonna be tied.
Mm.
They got a story, right?
They do.
They got a story mode, and it's gonna be compelling stuff.
Exactly.
Most likely.
But today we're gonna talk about we'll do fighting games. Injustice, kicking it off.
All right, so be forewarned, guys. I am under the weather, so if you hear coughing, that's me. My apologies. If I sound weird, or if I sound like somebody put a finger down my throat for a half second, that's actually David putting a finger down my throat. So, yeah. Let's start with Injustice news. Recently, a trailer came out for Fighter Pack number 2 for Injustice number 2. And it is showing off the next 3 characters that are in the 9-character announced DLC earlier in the year. So, in the trailer, it starts off with Starfire on the floor, which was one of the first DLCs, right?
For the new trailer is
For the new trailer.
Yeah, Starfire in the floor thrown out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I just said, Jesus Christ. I thought I was the one that was
I thought you were saying that she comes up and then you try like wait, no.
She does.
She's
She's
beat
in
up
the new
there.
trailer. All right. So anyway, like I said, she's in this. You see her on the floor in the new trailer, like if she just got slapped around. Then you see Red Hood trying to reach for his gun. Because, like, he has guns and stuff. And then you see my least favorite pick, Sub-Zero, slammed up against the wall. And lo and behold, it's Raiden, right? Because it's America. It's an American game, so it's Raiden, not Raiden. It's a very not Asian-looking Raiden.
You think so?
Absolutely. Dude, you gotta look at his face.
I like
You
the V-neck.
have to
I like
look
the
at his-
V-neck he has.
The deepest V-neck in America, yes. He's trying to start a trend with the Thunder Gods, with the deep Vs. But there's going to be armor in the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really hope his armor is everything except for that V-neck. That V-neck has to stay. So, Raiden comes up, and then I can't remember how he gets... How we transition into Black Manta, but Black Manta gets shown.
Like a waterfall comes up and you see Black Manta with his big ass helmet, looks like a balloon.
Yeah.
He comes up.
In case anybody, people pretty much guessed he was going to be, legit 100%, one of the DLC characters, because his helmet is really, definable in the sea of silhouettes they show you in the beginning when, they're, teasing for all the DLC. So that was no big surprise for people. The big surprise was after I think
Black Manta comes up, yeah.
Yeah, after Black Manta shoots a missile of some sort, it bypasses Raiden.
He teleports. Raiden teleports out of it.
Okay. Okay, sorry. I made him sound extra scrubby. Sorry.
Yes. It's that V-neck, yo.
I thought he just dodged. We see the right hand of Doom.
Yes.
Grab the helmet. And no,
Grab
not the helmet.
missile.
I'm sorry. Grab the missile. Sorry, I'm sick. Blame any one of my mistakes for me being sick. He grabs the missile, lights his cigar, tosses it to the back because cool guys don't look back at explosions.
Yes.
And Hellboy says stuff he says Hellboy stuff, kind of sarcastic. He's a very sarcastic guy, kind of monotone, and he looks very much like the Mike Mignola comics. His face, you wonder how artistically it would change because he's technically
a 3D model.
Yeah, he's a 3D model, but technically still his art style is pretty unique from the comics. And in the movie, It's in a more realistic game. They have realistic face models. Maybe he'll look more like
more human based, yeah.
like the Hellboy from the movies from the past. So,
Mm-hmm.
but he looks just like the comics. He looks really cool, honestly. And to me, just a little backstory about how my Injustice lifespan was. The only reason I had bought part 1 was for one character, and I don't know. Oh my god, she's confusing me again.
No, I know what it is.
Sorry, guys.
We got some technical
the
issues.
manager made a signal. She shot a flare, and it confused me. So let me get back to the story, right? I bought it basically because I knew Lobo was going to be in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really hyped for Lobo. And unfortunately, when I played him, it felt impossible to... See, the way the game is set up, right, is if you pick a character, depending on the matchup, whoever you're playing against online sees what character you pick, and then they can counterpick.
Yeah.
So really easy counterpicks for games like Injustice are not a zoner. So anytime I went online, like 90% of the time, I would pick Lobo. Somebody would counter with like, who was the shooty guy? Was it Deadshot?
Deathstroke.
No, Deathstroke. Yeah. 99% of the time, even if the people didn't really know how to play as Deathstroke, Deathstroke had enough tools in his kit to completely destroy Lobo. So that was a couple weeks of me getting destroyed online. I got frustrated with the game, and the game had a lot of patches. And months later, they finally made Lobo decent. Not really good, just decent enough to probably get by some of that stuff. But by then, I already fell off of... My love for the game kind of fell off, and that's why I didn't buy this one, honestly. Like, I was... If there was any characters that I didn't like, I wasn't going to buy it.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, if Hellboy wasn't DLC and if he was a part of the initial roster, I think I would have honestly bought this game over Tekken just because I'm kind of a big fan of Hellboy.
There you go.
And, like, it's just a shame because now I know, like, I'm not, especially with Marvel Infinite coming out, and I know that's going to be the main game we're going to be focused on.
Absolutely.
I definitely will not be playing the game still, but I'll be rooting for anybody that plays Hellboy.
But at least it's something you could look forward, at least to see, in the hands of a pro or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like already in my head, I'm going through the what possible moves he could have, what possible armor he could have, because people are gonna whip out the full horns. He's gonna get his full Among None Rama horns or whatever when he's like activated, when his V triggers.
I think I'm not sure if you noticed. So in the trailer when he does the cigar thing, your main character in the first Injustice, Lobo, he lights his cigar with his motorcycle turbines. He has a big ass space motorcycle. And they're badasses, so he lights his cigar with the motorcycle. And I think it's oddly funny enough that also the same character you like now in Injustice 2, which Hellboy does the same thing, but with a missile. I thought it was pretty cool.
I just think there's an archetype, obviously, that I really enjoy out of, like, anti-heroes or whatever, you know?
But I thought it was actually really cool that he did that also in the trailer as your character that wasn't in Injustice. I was like, this guy's gonna lose it.
For anybody that was wondering, too, like, technically Hellboy is not a DC character. He's actually like with like the Mortal Kombat guys being crossover. He's a crossover character, but from a different comic book franchise, which is Dark Horse Comics. The only other crossing between Dark Horse and DC when it comes to Hellboy was DC had two of their characters join in and help Hellboy in a small short series of comics, which was I think Starman or something. He's a really old DC character that's changed a lot throughout the years, and Batman actually.
Of course,
it was actually initially supposed to be Hellboy and Starman, but then they were like, nah, fucking put Batman in it so they can sell.
Yep, sprinkles on Batman.
And Hellboy actually was supposed to be a DC character at first because they went to DC at first to pitch Hellboy, but because of its like. It's religious undertones and all stuff about hell and the underworld. They kind of passed on having that character be in DC, but they really did like the idea. It's just, unfortunately, those character rights and all that went to Dark Horse afterward. But I still think it's really cool that it's a nice surprise. Yeah. It's a nice surprise for me. Any thoughts on the trailer?
Now that you say before I go to the trailer, the Dark Horse thing, I think Darksiders too, the guy that drew the Darksiders, I think it was Madureira. Mm-hmm. He actually did the Dark Horse did the comics for, I think, the Darksiders. I'm gonna check on that information, but I it sounds very familiar because I didn't know that Hellboy wasn't a DC thing. It's interesting that he's actually so much they're crossing from, that they go into Dark Horse.
And which is cool because technically, then it leaves it open for more crossovers, like from Image Comics, or from any other like indie comics to be put into this game. Even though I personally would prefer more DC characters for that fan base, because like I don't know if you remember, but I never liked that they have to include a Mortal Kombat guy.
Yeah.
To just be like, hey, don't forget, this is a Mortal Kombat game. But put Scorpion
but you
in.
can't blame them, man. Just like as DC puts a Batman in it sells. And there's people that really, that guy that likes Sub-Zero, maybe that's what is gonna make him buy Injustice.
It's basically
it's not like it's the best fighting game selling in 2017. But I'm sorry, it is. But then they're gonna just assure their fans. I think it's great. It's well done.
You keep bringing that up, but when's the last time you played this best-selling game of 2017?
Well, that's not a good question. I mean, not a winning question for me because I've been playing Final Fantasy online.
Oh,
so
best-selling. What year was that game best-selling of?
Well.
Anyway, so if you guys are interested in buying the DLC packs to this, you could fork over a whole bunch of money for the Ultimate Edition. It's just $99.99. You're gonna get all 9 DLC characters when they launch. 3 additional skins, 2 shaders, whatever that is. You probably know what a shader is since you actually play the game.
It's a different type of
skin. And if you do not have that kind of money, you could buy the characters individually for just $5.99, which is a decent price for a character in a fighting game.
So how much are you saving if you buy the season pass then, technically?
How much are you saving? I don't know.
Well, it's 9
characters, $6 a pop. $60 is the base game.
No, but how much is the season pass then?
$100. I don't know if you're saving much.
It's rough.
It's 9 characters. I don't know.
It's rough. It sounds rough.
I don't like this whole you trying to make me do math when I'm sick thing.
No, it's more for me like trying to see like I get the season pass gives you all these characters. It gives you 6 characters. I mean, it gives you 9 characters, but maybe not sure if it's cost effective.
Well, for me, it wouldn't be cost effective because I would only want to play Hellboy. And like I said, I don't like Mortal Kombat characters in it, so I would not be playing Sub-Zero. I would not be playing Raiden, whatever.
Ryu.
I keep thinking it's like American. Supposed to be Japanese pronounced, but it's not.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so for me, it personally wouldn't be a deal. I would just buy the base game and 1 character.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be very successful. All their previous history of DLCs has been successful, including all those millions of costumes for Batman and stuff like that in previous Injustice. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna be. I'm rooting for them. Rooting for Injustice.
I'm rooting for them to not have broken stuff that they have to patch, because that was a big issue in the last game.
True.
There's a lot of oh, we found an infinite. We found a glitch.
That hasn't happened much, though.
That's good. Yeah, that's really good.
Which is good. And what we got next?
Next up, there was a Tekken Bowl trailer number 2 for Tekken 7. The first one showed basically a lot of Tekken Bowl stuff. This second one is showing more of the other stuff you get
additional
with
items.
you get Tekken Bowl. They show pretty much like in the trailer you're seeing a really like nightclubby type of aesthetic to the bowling ring arena. What the fuck do you call it? Court. Bowling field.
The dome, bowling dome.
But yeah, it's cool, stylized like Tekken. Like it just feels like it suits the music of Tekken,
which is very EDM. Yeah, like all repeat all the time.
Yeah. Oh, actually, let's backtrack a little. I forgot to say when the announcement is for Injustice. In the trailer, It's really weird. There's a typo in the trailer. No, I don't know how many people noticed the typo in the trailer, but it said, quote unquote, worldwide gameplay reveal of Black Manta, Sunday, May 27th, 4 p.m. Pacific time.
So today.
At twitch.netherrealm. May 27th.
Today, right? Today.
May the past.
No, that's what I'm saying. Today, quote, quote.
You're going to go to the past to
It's time
see
travel.
somebody that got announced last week. So, I don't know if you guys can help us out. I didn't look into the info when actually we're going to see gameplay of it. I'm sure it's going to be really soon, but there is a typo in that gameplay trailer for the Fighter Pack 2. So, back to Tekken Bowl. So, with each character, you get to see, they zoom in on the ball, right? When you throw the ball, and you see cool customization of the ball with character-specific icons. Like if you're Jin, your ball has Jin's tattoo.
That's pretty dope.
If you're Heihachi, you see Heihachi's tiger emblem is on it. Like just little things like that for the ball. It makes me wonder if you could actually customize more emblems, like character-specific, or if it's just that one. Yeah. Either way, it's cool because it's more... it's more personalized per character. You get to see Jin do a super move of sorts called Overcharged.
He goes with... I don't think it's a super move. I think it's when you probably throw it too hard but don't do the balance. Because back in the days in Tekken Ball, you had to do the strength, the gauge, and then how firm or how sideways or whatever. Maybe you do it wrong or too much, you get yourself with it.
But he flies into it so it looks like you're getting a strike.
You have to, your whole body.
That's why I'm thinking it's a super move, because he throws his whole body to get a strike.
True.
Along with that, with the trailer, you see what costumes are introduced, because with the DLC pack for this season pass, the first one's supposed to be bowling mode and costumes. So we see Law in Fundoshi, which is a traditional pre-World War II like Japanese underwear thing that got phased out when that kind of certain things got Americanized in that country, and then they got regular boxes and briefs. Yeah. Like before that time, you get that for for Law. And I was wondering if it was just for that character, because some outfits are character specific that they come out with. Like, for instance, this one suit, Akuma has it in the game that you can unlock, but not Heihachi, who previously had it in games prior. Yeah. So that's what I was wondering. I'm like, okay, so this thing came out, but they're not showing Heihachi, but they only showed Law. So I'm wondering if it's only Law or specific characters. But then when I rewatched the trailer, like the second time, I saw for a split second they're showing King do a body slam to somebody. He's actually wearing the Fundoshi too. So it might be for multiple characters.
That was Tekken 4 Heihachi's as a last boss outfit.
Nice. Thank you for that bit of information. I couldn't remember. Then you get a bunch of girl costumes.
Yes.
You get girls wearing a costume called Idol Master.
That's from a game from Bandai Namco. And it's like right now the latest one is like a VR game, and you train these idol masters, which they sing and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. Very popular.
I'm sure they love their idols like in Asian countries. You get Blood Vengeance Xiao Yu.
Yeah, that's from the movie.
But is there more? Did you happen to notice if anybody else was wearing a Blood Vengeance outfit, or was it just Xiao Yu?
Xiao Yu has that school uniform. Everybody else wears a regular outfit they wear in the game.
Okay. Also with that, we got an update on more bikinis for females. Some of the females had bikinis in already, but I guess some don't. So there's like more bikinis now, even though the summer is finishing.
Oh man,
bikinis all year, right?
That's right.
We got vintage bathing suit that Leo's wearing. I didn't see anybody else wearing the vintage bathing suit. That kind of looks like if you haven't watched the trailer and know what Cody looks like in Street Fighter, it looks like Cody's prison suit, colored and everything, with the light blue stripes.
And the character they use, blonde.
And the character they use kind of looks like if Cody stopped working out for 10 years, which is Leo, right?
And was a kid.
It looks like that, but with the sleeves cut off, and of course no ball and chain or like handcuffs.
Adidas.
But you could probably add that in. You can make them hold a knife and stuff.
Oh, that's true.
So honestly, like my impression is the Tekken Bowl looks fun.
It does.
It looks like a fun mode. Costumes, underwhelming for me, especially because there's no like character specific stuff for my own character, which is my main thing. It's available August 31st, so really soon.
It's a couple of no,
Couple of days this week, right?
Couple of days.
Season pass, in case anybody's wondering, the complete season pass is $24.99. It brings this first set of DLC, which is the bowling mode, and all these costumes I just mentioned. In winter, we get Geese, which was a trailer released at EVO, and spring 2018 will be the second guest character that has not been announced yet. And also with the season pass, if you had gotten it, you're gonna get it. This is like the immediate stuff you get. Like you don't have to.
Now.
Yeah, right away. If you get the season pass, you get Eliza and you get free metallic costumes that aren't available to purchase. For I think about 35 characters out of the character roster, and what I was playing, honestly, I was surprised that I somehow unlocked Akuma's metallic outfit.
You unlocked it?
Somehow it unlocked, but everybody else is like not unlocked. Like everybody else hasn't come up at all.
Maybe he had it.
So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have a little bit of history with Tekken. Bowling. I used to play Jack, or Gun Jack, because when he used to look at the pins, he would look at like target, like he's trying to grab it.
Yeah,
and when he throws, he flings the ball. I don't know if maybe I'm incorrect, but he will fling it like the fastest and strongest. So
yeah,
I think that would be incredibly cheating. Like rah, and fucking break all those pins.
Yeah, and he's still really really ugly.
He is.
So,
but it was fun doing it because then he does those weird win poses when he wins.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun. And so that's two big hitters, man. We have Injustice and we have Tekken.
All right, next up, we're going to go with Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Yes.
There's been a lot of news for Dragon Ball FighterZ and for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So whatever we say this episode for those two games, we're going to keep short because we're going to need a full episode dedicated to all the information around the characters and the updated fighting mechanics, updated rosters, yada yada yada.
There's a lot of stuff. Yes.
There's a lot of stuff. So we're gonna keep that for maybe our next episode.
Could be, yeah, definitely. Yeah. We want to be able to give you the best.
Yeah, we want
information.
We want to not need to rush through all of the information that's come up. And also, there's 2 more events coming up. I forgot which cons they are, but it was Gamers.com last week, and then there's 2 other cons coming up. I think this week, if not early September. That will most likely, we don't know yet, we'll have more information on those 2 games.
Yeah.
So we might even postpone it till after those 2 events to get all of the information on.
Full recap, yeah.
To get a very
I'm
full
excited.
recap.
I'm very excited for that.
So, but real quick, since we're talking about purchase items and special edition stuffs and all this extra added things you could buy for your fighting games that you probably own, Dragon Ball FighterZ came out with a trailer stating the actual release date for it, which is going to be sometime in February 2018. Excuse me for a second. Sorry.
Yeah, it's really soon. More sooner than people thought. Yeah.
It pretty much shows a lot of gameplay, more characters and all that stuff. But we're going through the information for the pre-order that it gives you. So if you pre-order, it gives you early unlocks of Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta, which goes to say that they're going to be unlockable in-game, but if you pre-order, you can have them unlocked right away.
Actually, it says, sorry to cut you off, in the same announcement it says you wouldn't have to wait to unlock this character, so technically it just gives it away right
Yes.
Right?
You also get 2 exclusive lobby awards. They weren't, they were kind of vague on it in the trailer. I don't know if you know what exactly it is.
I know what they are, I know what they are, like what they mean by it. I just don't know what are they. You get me? Because in this lobby uses the Arc System lobby. Like the little world chibi characters, you could customize them. So I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna be a collector specific item you can put on your head or in emotes or something like that.
Maybe it could even be
the wig for
blues.
Super Saiyan Blues. Yeah, 100%. Vegeta's head or that'd be cool.
And then if it's exclusive and it doesn't come out for a while, you're gonna be like.
Or maybe you can unlock the
guys.
characters, but not the avatar thing. You get me? Like you could. Yeah. That would be awesome.
Also says that you get open beta access for pre-ordering. Now, here's one thing you guys got to pay attention to when you're pre-ordering. You got to pay attention to what store you're doing it on. I don't have the information of which ones specifically have it, but there's an asterisk on where it says open beta access, because it says on the side in really small print that is for participating retailers only.
Gotcha.
So double check with whatever store or company you're deciding to purchase your game from. Pre-order your game from, just to see if you actually get that beta access code with your pre-order.
Yeah. If not, sign up for the beta also. Sign up for the beta also helps just to get in there. We want to make sure you play the game too.
Yeah.
As early as possible.
There's also a CollectorZ with a Z edition.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
CollectorZ edition.
Oh, that's so cool.
It comes in a big old box. You get a steel book.
Big old box.
You get 3 art boards, so it's gonna be 3 boards with artwork on it, of course. And you get to pretty much, I don't know, see what Chi-Chi has, which is a 7-inch Goku, so you can brag like Chi-Chi, and be like, hey, I had a 7-inch Goku too, Chi-Chi.
You got to look at the statue.
The statue is alright.
It looks good. I just want to. I hope that the material is as good as it looks. You get me?
Yeah.
Because the painting it has, it looks really good.
What was the wording? It's like manga.
Manga is something with an E.
It has
platinum something.
Yeah, it has interesting colors for a statue. Yeah. It has like it's supposed to kind of look like the art colors of the cartoon, but it's in a statue form. So yeah.
I just hope if you press it says like it screams like that would be really cool.
It comes in a steel book.
Nice.
Yeah, the steel book. I don't know why. This is so underwhelming. You
gotta
for me.
Secure it.
Anytime they do the steel book thing, I don't know why people go crazy over it.
And they throw it away like the regular.
I don't know. It's just like people go nuts for steel book shit.
It's true. It's very true.
The price for all of that is $140. For me, that sounds a little steep, but
you think?
$60 game.
Do you get DLCs with that? You don't get DLCs with that.
No.
Because they haven't announced DLCs.
No, they haven't announced anything.
Which is okay.
It's just game, statue, packaging, 3 art thingies.
That's good. You know why, in some way, I think it's good? Because if you're getting this, you're hoping that the developers, whatever content they're going to bring, either is free, and you already secure, your copy of everything else. You don't have to invest more money.
That's still really speculative, though.
It's hopeful, man.
It's hopeful, yeah, but would you give that kind of hope to Capcom? I think
this is not Capcom, bro. We're talking about a good company. Bandai Namco is full of money.
Yeah, but from what I hear, they're pretty shitty with their DLC too.
Because they don't have to put much. The only game that really has a lot of DLCs.
No, I don't mean put. I mean like cost wise.
Oh yeah. Xenoverse has some steep up prices there.
Yeah, but so we'll see. We'll see how the DLC is. We can't really speculate on that right now since like no information on it has been announced.
It's very Capcom, yes.
So we're gonna move on. If you don't have anything else to say about.
No, that will be in our next. That we definitely go into that.
So, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. There's a lot of stuff that came out, but we mainly want to talk about the $200 special edition for that game. So it's I can't remember the actual name. Ultimate Edition, Infinite Edition, whatever edition.
Go for broke edition.
Go for broke edition. I had David watch some of an unboxing because these guys, guy named Ryan Marvel, aka Marvel's Agent M, and Josh Soy from Marvel Gaming came out with a unboxing video. You could technically find it on YouTube, but I don't think the YouTube channel that posted it is the originator of the actual video, because I think they live streamed it either on Facebook or on some other thing. Mm-hmm. So it's like a 20-minute video. If you search on YouTube Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite unboxing and you see like the 20-something minute video right now, it's the only one of its kind.
It should be there.
So it should be easy to find right now. They're going through it, so you actually get to. I wanted David and I to actually see it for ourselves, somebody handling all the stuff,
Yes.
What
very
statues look like, what the infinity eggs look like.
They really look like eggs. They look like those surprise eggs. Not sure if you know about them. That you keep opening them up and there's more stuff in it. That's what they look like.
Yeah. So they look cool when they light up because if they come, the box comes with batteries that you can.
Steel box.
Yes, it comes with batteries and you can put them in the box, and the infinity gems, stones, whatever, eggs, they start lighting up. They have a pulse light to them.
Yeah.
And then that actually looks kind of cool, but it sucks that you can't take this. I assume that the stones were individual stones that you could take out.
They're part of the box.
Yes.
But I think they did that
box.
so you don't lose them and then you calling Capcom, you got another reality stone I can buy, or something like that.
This one's defective. It came missing. Can I get an entirely new collector's box?
Steelbook.
Oh my god. I need a steelbook.
What I like about the unboxing now.
That has a steelbook too, guys.
Yeah, of course.
That's what everybody wants to know.
And they throw everything away. The statues look very detailed. They look big enough. They don't look cheap. They don't look like, in the commercial look good, and when you get it, it's like, what happened?
Yeah.
They look really good. And
it's a huge box, dude.
It is, and they attach to each other, and they have like a background where they're standing. I think that's pretty cool.
So for people who don't know, it comes with 4 statues. Mm-hmm. Two from Capcom side, 2 from Marvel side, which is Chun-Li with a nice face on her. Mega Man with still dead eyes.
He has dead eyes? Yes, Captain America's eyes?
I think so. No, not like meth dead, like just like soulless. Robot soulless eyes. So it's accurate. Right. Yeah. And then we got Iron Man with a very Iron Man pose. And Captain Marvel alongside Iron Man. Mm-hmm. So like it looks really nice.
It does.
It looks like it'll be a really nice display, like to put in glass.
And you can attach them. That's what I was saying. That you can.
I like it. For me personally, that's like too much money for me right now. Mm-hmm. But if I were somebody who just wanted to just spend money on it, I'd get that over the Goku thing. I would.
Yeah, it's a great collector's edition, right? I feel it's a strongly collector's edition because it brings a lot for the bucks, right? If you look about statues. Prices normally, you definitely seems your money's worth, and you get the gems on top of that. You get the DLC characters with that too.
You should.
You should get the DLC characters.
I believe so.
Yeah, and you get the game. So I personally feel that you get the worth for the money.
Because you think about it, like, it's $140 for the Dragon Ball Z pack, and it's just one statue. This is 4 statues, LED light up statues. Gem box, and you get a steel book.
It would be cool if they throw an art book there, man. Normally in collector edition they throw in the steelbook they have an art book.
We already went through this. The janitor did not have time to make art for the game, just the models.
That's true. But I liked it. I liked it. The guy seems to have fun when they generally were unboxing them. That they were excited about it. So if you guys are collector heads, I definitely recommend it. Of course, if you can afford it or if you think it's good for you. It's a steep price, right, for a game? $200. It's not your average price, But you're getting your money's worth.
But I really think it's worth it.
You get your money's worth, yeah. It's not for me, but for you guys, yeah.
If you like collecting things that collect dust in your house,
absolutely,
that's absolutely fine. as long as they look cool.
Well, at least the Dust Bunny will have like a Chun-Li figure,
Oh my god! You put a Dust Bunny Chun-Li beard over her face. That's about it.
Yeah.
For Marvel, because we got a lot more to talk about another time.
Yes. So who we got next?
Lastly, I want to talk about Street Fighter V's Menat trailer that came out recently.
I think today.
Like
last
early morning today, last night, kind of like because it was in Hong Kong, so the timing was a little weird.
Yeah.
And it was for a. In case nobody knows, like all of the characters were basically leaked for this season, and it's been accurate up until this point. So, the last character that hasn't been announced, which is lore-wise supposed to be Guy's master. Zeku or whatever his name is, as now that this character was announced and Abigail was announced too, and they were all leaked, it's pretty much confirmed that the next character is going to be Zeku. But this character trailer came out. With this trailer, there's also going to be 30th anniversary costumes coming out at the same time. This is also something coming out this week also. It's going to be coming out the 29th of August. And the costume's going to have... I don't have the names.
No.
So I'm going to make up my own names.
All right.
There's
How they look.
Yes, there's Pimp Suit Bison. He's the coolest one.
He looks
me.
like a villain for Power Rangers, dude.
He does.
He does.
He does. No. He's Pimp Suit.
Okay.
He's Pimp Suit Bison. He looks like a pimp. He
All
needs a backhand now and a cane.
Doesn't he have to?
It needs to be an overhead too because he doesn't have one.
It changes.
You got another boring army Guile thing. He's
Graduation Guile.
His like.
Which he had in Street Fighter 4.
Like somebody his funeral.
Oh my god.
His funeral outfit.
Funeral.
His Nash's funeral outfit. That's what we'll call it. And then you got Karen and Ibuki again with another outfit. The DLC outfit queen.
But they look like what, Asian?
It's
right?
kimonos. It's like kimonos,
yeah.
like ceremonial kimono stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that stuff is gonna be available, probably for $4.99, $3.99. I think $3.99 a pop for premium costumes. So yeah, I won't be getting those. But Pimp Bison is so tempting.
I have a question to you, since you get all these costumes all the time. When you buy those costumes, do you get the colors? All the colors?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. That's good news.
Yeah.
Man, you have
all
to,
the colors. Yeah.
all tutorial challenge.
No, just it's straight up fucked up ass survival mode.
Okay.
That's what I would have to do if they didn't. And I don't get too many. I get what? I had like 2.
I don't know.
I bought an Alex one when I thought I was gonna play Alex.
That character came out?
No, he's still in beta. So maybe season 3 he'll be officially released. Yeah.
Fully released. And the Menat trailer, right? So what happened? Who's Menat?
Menat is lore wise Rose's apprentice.
Gotcha. Rose is a Street Fighter Alpha 2 character.
Yes, Rose was somebody that Bison after
Bison?
I thought it was like
She get Bison.
when he died, some of his soul or essence went into her, and that's how she got those powers. But then he got a body, and then he revived himself.
Yeah.
And
Sounds very Street Fighter lore.
shit like that.
Very
yeah.
Street Fighter, accurate
Yeah,
Street
so
Fighter.
like I don't know fully on what the training extent to Menat or whatever it is, but she looks cool.
She does.
Her usually like from Street Fighter V's existence, like the extra costumes you get for the characters are hit or miss. These are all hit. Like
I agree.
her main suit is cool, and for me personally, her other like her battle costume and her story costume are cooler than what she's wearing. But all of them are still like pretty equally like really nice to look at.
Yeah. She has this very Egyptian theme on her in all of them, you know. She has like the regular one, which is the colors are very alluring. The purple with everything. The model looks very nice. And the mummy one, right? She has like these wraps around her.
The ESPN,
not ESPN friendly
and
outfit.
the Disney XD banned before release outfit.
That's correct.
Sexy mummy outfit. Yeah, that one's cool. I'll pick that. I would honestly pick that one on purpose if I knew I was being broadcasted and just be like, well.
But I do agree. In this case, this character, I guess they did put a little bit more effort. It shows at least in the artistic way. She don't look boring. She looks very cool, and I like it. The colors and everything else, how she looks, the face expressions.
But it's not even look boring. She looks well suited. Like you know how they updated Ed, right? Ed was pretty much fine with his hoodie. Like people got used to the idea because he was already he was already a different kind of body size, and like he looked more something a little bit different. And then they bulked him up
to a Street Fighter generic ass physique.
But then they gave him questionable outfits. They just looked a little like his main suit is kind of JoJo's, but kind of M.Bison.
That looks like Magic Mike type of thing.
All of his outfits honestly look like he could strip them up. Like
he looked like that guy from the
like Bison
21 Jump Street. What is the other guy?
Bison stopped giving him like his like allowance because he won't give him his body, so he has to strip for his money.
Oh my god, such a sad story.
Because stripping will give him more money than boxing.
Well, he can box her. He has that energy shit. So he got bad,
yeah, it's cheating. As soon as he gets punched, he'll accidentally do some purple stuff and then be like, whoa, cheating. Get him out.
Lord.
You heard it here first.
Yep.
guys.
Backstory, secret lore.
Um,
What do you think of the character? How's the presentation?
the character herself, honestly, her face is a little plain compared to, let's say how different they made Ed, how different they made Colin's face. Like there's more of they're stepping away from the very anime looking faces to kind of more realistic. This one is more of a step back into anime, which is fine. But I liked the whole because let's say with Tekken 7, if there's a character that has a lot of customization on them, right? And you're not familiar with the character, which girl it is, it'll be hard for somebody who's not used to those characters to know who that female character is, because if you like do it face only and change some stuff around, they're like almost exactly the same. It's not it's nicer to have more of a difference than, generic anime face girl, that's my opinion, but to me I think I
just like that she
even if she's like ugly, dude. Like
I just
put
like
Chun face on Chun so she could look different in Street Fighter 5.
Even guys should have Chun face. Well, Ken has a Chun face.
But the guys do have Chun. Like Birdie doesn't look like anybody else.
Looks good.
Balrog doesn't look like anybody else.
Yeah, Balrog doesn't look like anybody else.
Dhalsim too.
Balrog doesn't at all.
Yeah, like all of the guys have like as they've evolved, they've all grown to have pretty distinct features on their faces, and I don't think that's the same for females.
That's true.
But that's just me.
Like I said, I like what she's wearing. A little detail she has, because it's all very Egyptian, like belly dancer type of thing. On her belly she has like a little opening. Her suit is down completely covered, but on her belly she has like a little open, and she has this scarf thing holding. Really cool.
You know what I would love?
Yes.
Before you continue, like her win
Me
pose.
wearing it.
Like her win pose, like Capcom has a new sponsor, right? So her win pose would be like the fucking Pillsbury Doughboy, and he just goes, boop, and she goes,
and then they pay sponsored by Pillsbury Bacon and Cake,
and then like her stage is a Pillsbury Doughboy factory stage.
And you gotta pay $10 for that
to support the CPT.
Capcom Pro Tour.
Yeah.
So anyway, how you look how she played? Not how she played, like how the trailer show her.
Well, I put on some notes on like for what she's gonna have.
Okay.
From like key things I noticed that like sets her apart from other characters or similarities to certain characters. So I'm gonna list them down.
Okay.
What I know, she like her orb attacks, right? Because she has like a crystal ball orb thing.
Okay.
She has a long-reaching, low attack with her orb. Like she could set it on the bottom, so like if you're not paying attention, she could just like it's like a long like almost like a Dhalsim range kind of sweep move. Like
she's extreme.
Yeah, she could counter off of an anti-air special move. It's like a weird like reflecty thing, but it's like she crouches and it's pointed upwards. So like
energy comes up.
Yeah, so like she does that and then she like can combo into an air grab. So she has an air grab.
Yep.
I don't know if she could do it raw, but she could do it in a combo because I don't think I seen it done raw in the trailer. Her V reversal is a lot like Nash's.
It's a teleport, right?
So it's basically like a more evasive one. Like I'm in front of you, nope, I'm behind you, but you don't get like an attack like you do with Cammy or something like that.
Gotcha.
Like Cammy's is like that, but she does a kick.
Like a kick in the face.
Yeah, hers is just like I'm out. I'm supposed to be a zoner, but I bet I'm gonna be like 70% rush down.
By Ken. That's right.
She has she can reflect fireballs.
Okay.
She reflected
Ryu's Hadouken?
Yes, she reflected Ryu's Hadouken, and that same reflect move can also be a combo ender that I noticed. Like she did a couple moves and ended it with reflect. Like he wasn't doing anything; she was getting comboed, and she ended the move with reflect and kind of pushed him away. So it's like gonna be a combo ender. It's not gonna be like a link in there anywhere because it pushes the character away.
It's like Rose, which those reflects will do damage.
Yes.
Gotcha.
She has those orbs are gonna be for mix-up heavy, left-right mix-up heavy stuff, because you're gonna be having a character worried, like your opponent worried about that orb that you place behind them while you're attacking in front of them, because I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be on a timer. I think it's gonna be
stationary.
It's gonna be like you press a button to activate the hit.
which is very anime mechanic.
Yes, which is gonna be the funnest part of that character. It's gonna be the part that is gonna differentiate like playstyles between like fighters using her. What else do I got here?
She got like a dive kick too, like a Dawson dive.
Yeah,
kick.
she has like a Dawson dive kick. They only showed like a really close one. You know how Dawson, depending on the kick, light, medium, or hard, he goes different distances. They showed like basically what would be Dawson's. I think heavy, because I think the heavy goes straight down. I think it's the heavy. I don't play Dawson, so I don't remember anymore. It could be the light one, but it hits, and it actually, if you hit it, I'm assuming it's like if you hit it at a certain frame or a certain distance, you could combo off of it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be like a free combo
Like
if you just fucking do it whenever.
They show her doing multiple combos, very interesting, right? Like hitting you, she would put the orb, like the setup that you mentioned, but also not just in setup, like literally combo you during that process of hits.
That's why I feel she can press the button whenever she wants to combo. Like as you're comboing, you press the orb to extend the combo. Yeah. And
I think the orb is fast enough to hit you while you're doing your regular normals. Yeah. And it shows interesting. What she's doing. The little ups and downs. She drags them up. She gets the orb and drags them up, and then slams them down. She does the grab, and it's very refreshing seeing that type of character in this Street Fighter. Like most of the season 2 characters have been, at least in their playstyle, has been very refreshing, at least in my opinion. But I think she takes the prize. How interesting and newer it feels, and very,
because like even if her neutral game with her normals and her specials that aren't the orbs are very, if they end up being very like stale or very Street Fighter or very like very like specific standard stuff, the orbs with her V skill and her V trigger are gonna be what sets her apart, because that has a lot of flexibility within it. So her V trigger, which I haven't noticed, it's like she activates 6 small balls that hover all around her, and it's basically for combos.
Yeah,
you hit one of those things, or you could do a lot of things with it, because you could either keep people away, try to like
keep them in the air, hitting them with that.
Yes.
It's very creative, right? Like you said, in the hands of somebody that, you could play just regular like every other Street Fighter, we might not excel, but somebody that will be trying to think outside the box with the setup of the orb behind them. It's very interesting. That's why I say it doesn't look boring at all, and it looks refreshing. She also shows to have like a slide kick thing. Like she goes under people's. Not sure if you notice it. She goes under Ryo's Hadouken too, like with a slide thing. Yeah. It doesn't knock you off, so she's good, I think, to combos.
So it's again Street Fighter. They made a Street Fighter 5. I mean, they made another character who has a variety of ways to get around fireballs. And she has her own fireballs. And
she does. and she reflects. Which I think I asked you this before the podcast. Will she be able to reflect specials?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I answered was, I don't think she'll reflect like critical arts, but I think if they didn't show it in the trailer, but if she does it, if she's able to reflect, if it's not like a V skill or whatever, if it's just an actual move that she can EX, maybe she'll be able to reflect EX fireballs with her EX reflect. So we'll see. It wasn't shown in the trailer. True. But we'll see if that's actually a mechanic. Her critical art is basically like a magic type of, when that typical ninja move, where like super move, where the ninja's going from all directions hitting you, but it's the balls. It's the ball
destroying you.
It's the crystal balls being the ninja going pew 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 while she's like dancing,
which is awesome. But she does this kawaii pose like a cat, Japanese thing they do, and she kicks you, and then she starts dancing.
And she's dancing
while they're wrecking you.
And it's hard to notice in the trailer because she does it for like a second, but she walks forward and she has more of a signature walk. Like, that's really adorable, because, like, I remember the last hype signature walk was Colleen's back walk where she points at you.
Yeah.
Like she points back at you. Like it's like almost like a call out, like
Yeah.
come at me kind
Yeah.
of thing. And her forward walk, I want to see her back walk now.
Yeah.
But her forward walk was kind of dancey, kind of sassy, kind of like shows more of a characteristic to the character.
And she's young, right? So it makes sense. You know, she's gonna do like that pose, or she's gonna, even though she has all these powers and getting trained by somebody that's serious in the Street Fighter history. No, she still shows character, which is not just a clone or anything like that. Which I really like her super. It was pretty cool.
She looks cool. Like I had bought the CPT pass for the Capcom Pro Tour stuff. My dumbass. But because of it, this month I haven't been able to because my internet's been like
Crappy.
up and down and crappy, and my best friend isn't my best friend and won't do it for me. I have like 2-3 days to. I don't know why Capcom made it a time thing. I think they should have just
leave it until
you do it, right? I got like 2 or 3 days to win 60 ranked matches so I could get 30K fight money, and that will give me enough to buy Menat as soon as she releases. And then maybe the next episode,
could do like a breakdown.
I could do a personal breakdown on how I feel like the character plays. And honestly, we could probably do a Dissidia one for you since you're gonna be playing the beta, the open beta for Dissidia, and that's technically a fighting game, maybe.
It is a fighting game, definitely.
I don't know. Maybe it's in the Smash category as a fighting game.
Could be. Before you go into that, I just want to say one more thing about Menat. That she resembles, even in the community, also agrees. I think, and I do agree that she looks like a character for another fighting games, which it was Soul Calibur 5. In Soul Calibur 5, there's a character called Viola, and she has an orb, of course, and she has this clothing.
Whoa. Word on the street is...
Yes. That I don't play Soul Calibur.
That you hate Soul Calibur.
Never. I love it. So that character, what is really, people are saying that she looks a lot, is also her playstyle. Like, she will do literally, the whole setup with her is leaving the orb behind the character that keeps them in an alarm state, like, when is it gonna come back? When are you gonna call it? Is it from the overhead? Is it from the sweep? Is it while you're still attacking, you can combine it? And she does literally most of the attacks that she does with the orbs are very, I would say, influenced by that, and that's great. You know, I don't think that's something bad, because that character was really liked by most people when she came as a newcomer. And having that in as a Street Fighter type of thing, once again, I think is a little bit groundbreaking, because we haven't had that, right? That anime. When I call anime, it's like very elaborate move sets. And I'm excited to see that. I'm excited how people are going to be creative with that, given that she's a character. Maybe we'll see a Soul Calibur character person, you know, the player that liked it, and be like, oh, that character plays like one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
So I wanted to point that out, that she looks like that. Viola, if you can Google her and see some of her movesets. Or YouTube her better, more safe. And you're gonna, more safe. And
someone's gonna Google like Viola balls.
Oh
and
my
then you're
God.
gonna get Soul Calibur hentai.
Yaoi, so crap. But YouTube her moves, and you're gonna see the resemblance to after you watch the trailer on some of the moves that she does. It's really, really similar. She's cool. Even the color palette too.
So, my prediction for how this character is gonna go at first, like the first couple months, is a lot of people are gonna have fun with her, but a lot of the characters on season 2 aren't necessarily strong. Most of them are considered mid to not really high tier, not even high tier, like not high, not top. Yo. Abigail's been doing good, but he's still like on the fence, because there's a lot of people with mixed feelings on how good he is or how bad he is. He like has good Street Fighter 5 stuff, but he's still bad or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Because he's got high damage, high health, some Oki in there and all that stuff. Like, yes, but you know, people just, I think, still gotta figure out how to fight him, because he's been getting like he's got more placements right off the bat than like the other ones, like being in top 8, being top 16, and I just think he's the type of character that people aren't ready for. And with his high damage, if they're not ready for that matchup, they're done.
They're done. I think she's gonna do. I hope that Menat does a little bit better than Colin, because even though Colin was cool, like the moves and all that stuff. Just
I get it, cool.
Oh no, she does ice moves, guys. Just by the way. But I want to see, you know, because if maybe that would inspire Capcom to continue making characters, not just that plays like that, but more elaborated characters because people are using him. Like I will say, Abigail, not to run back to Abigail. He's an elaborated character. He's different. He does a lot of different stuff.
Like
His
even
playstyle.
characters like Urian, right? The reason people like characters like Urian is not only because he's strong, but the V triggers in the game are a big part of the game, and his V trigger is really flexible. Yeah. His V triggers, like, people still to this day are coming up with crazy shit, crazy setups for that character, and pro players love that kind of stuff.
That is the thing that keeps those characters alive 10 years from now. You see a video, somebody found something.
Like last year, there was a video I saw that was like, I forgot who the YouTuber was, but it was, if you YouTube it, it's like 40 ways to use Nash's V trigger, right? Wow. And it's cool because there is 40 ways to do it, but I'm sure most of those aren't practical.
Correct.
But there's still 40 ways to do it. It's still a flexible V trigger, but it's not a strong V trigger.
But it's just up to the player, which is good. It's always good. So I hope she does good on the coming things, when she comes out and maybe tournament scene. I want to see her.
I think because of that anime style mechanic she has, or Marvel style mechanic she has, where it comes to like the player's imagination, I think a lot of players will have fun and will try her out. But I think it also depends on the frame data of her normals, how much she can actually keep people away from her, because I have a feeling she's going to be one of those characters that, just to be on the safe side and not make her overpowered, she's going to be low health, low damage. True. That's what I feel.
All I want her to be good in tournaments is because I want somebody, when they do the super, they start dancing like her.
Oh, that pose is going to be ridiculous. No, guys, that pose is going to be the next Karen's.
Yes, everybody's going to do that kawaii thing. Or do that dance thing she does.
Nah, bro. This pose right here, when she activates her critical art.
Imagine Filipino man doing, how he did the Chun-Li in the
Chun-Li kicks and stuff.
So there was this top player, he plays Chun-Li, and just a quick rundown, he did a super of Chun-Li that she does multiple kicks. Very flexible, and this guy's a big heavy set guy, and he was doing them, the best that he can, and people were astonished.
What hype does, guys.
Yeah,
that's what hype does.
So
I remember Juicebox when he used to do
the dancing like
he used to do Jury's dance and like Abel's slam when he got hype.
So I want to see people do Menat dance. That's what I'm looking for.
I mean, it might be me if I get comfortable enough with the character.
You better wear something like her too.
I'm not.
All those sprinkle things.
Oh, I'm honestly surprised my boss, who kind of plays Street Fighter, isn't like interested in her, because automatically he has to, because his wife is like Egyptian.
Oh, so there you go.
There you go.
He got
like,
my waifu.
He's literally his waifu in there, but he's still. When I texted him today, he was like, "Nah, I'll wait for Zeku," because he used to play a lot of guys, so he wants to play.
Guy players, don't even get me started.
I don't even.
But I really want to see her, and I want to see that. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And
I mean, for the most part, female characters are strong in the game, so.
Man, this one is full of them.
Yeah. Unlike Marvel.
Yes, unlike the 4 of Marvel. So for definitely the next episode, guys. I know this one is a little bit shorter, but for the next episode, we definitely gonna have a more in depth of all this Marvel vs. Capcom and more Dragon Ball.
Well, we'll see. We'll see, because remember. If we're doing the rundown on the Dissidia beta and the Menat just playthrough to see, like to give people like more of a understanding on how that character is and all that stuff once the data's out. Maybe we'll actually do that first. Okay. Because there's still, remember, like those those events for Marvel and Dragon Ball. So we'll
stay
see.
tuned. Stay tuned, guys. We'll
It could be any of those things. Heck, it could even be about the Death Note movie.
Oh, no. Don't even get us. You guys made me watch that shit today.
It's so good, guys. You should watch it. If you're a fan.
Yeah, you should definitely watch it.
If you're a fan of the anime, watch that, please.
You should definitely watch it and cut your eyes out to that.
And then you could curse us out in our YouTube comments.
Please leave a comment and subscribe. Anything else you got for that? For Menat trailer?
No, that's about it. That's about it for the news we want to talk about today. Hope you guys enjoyed our 6th episode.
Feel free to follow us on our social media, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. on Double KO Radio. So please press that like, subscribe, or follow button, and let us know. Let us know how you feel about this news and this multiple trailers, and or any news you want to have us talk about or tell you about.
If you guys you know, if you guys have a issue with like the YouTube, right? If you guys have an issue like with how available we are to listen to us through YouTube, we are on the podcast in
iTunes. We're definitely on iTunes on the Double KO Radio too. You know, you can definitely download if you have an iPhone or Apple device. You can definitely download the episode and hear it whenever you don't have signal or anything. Other than that, you can definitely feel free to go to our YouTube channel, which is normally we have a little bit of some more interactable stuff in those videos. But just feel free. Whichever is, you have different choices to listen to us. So just let us know. Let us know what you think.
I like to. I'll just bring that up because it's just up to recently. We haven't really updated the iTunes one, but we updated it. We got all the episodes there, and honestly, for me, like I have another 1 or 2 podcasts I'm listening to right now on that, and it's really convenient for me on the train ride. Yeah. So if you got long train rides, we'll be there for you.
Or any type of ride. You know, if you're driving or anything, just let us know, man. Just make sure to let us know what also you would like us to say, or if we missed anything about this news, let us know. We would like to hear from you guys. So until next time, guys, take care.
Thanks, everybody.
Double KO.